Have you ever had one of those days where nothing is really wrong? You have a roof over your head, you have food, you have people around you, maybe school or work is going okay. Your life looks completely normal from the outside, but somehow you don't feel happy. You don't even know exactly what's wrong. You're just empty. And that's a strange feeling, because when your life is falling apart, you understand why you're sad. But when everything seems fine and you still feel nothing, you start asking yourself, what's wrong with me? Maybe you've even felt guilty for feeling this way. You think, other people had bigger problems. So why am I complaining? My life is actually pretty good. I should be happy. But here's something I want you to understand. You can be grateful for your life and still feel empty. Those two things can exist at the same time. You don't need a terrible life to feel lost. Sometimes we think sadness has to have a reason. Someone broke your heart. You lost something. Something went wrong. But emotions don't always work like that. Sometimes you can feel disconnected from your own life without being able to explain why. You wake up, go to school or work, come home, eat, scroll, sleep, and repeat. Nothing terrible is happening, but nothing feels meaningful either, and after doing the same thing over and over, you can start feeling like you're just existing instead of actually living. Maybe you're stuck in a routine that doesn't excite you anymore. Think about your average day. Wake up, check your phone, get ready. Go to school or work, come home, spend hours online, eat, watch something, sleep, repeat. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that routine, but if every day feels exactly the same, your brain can start craving something different, something meaningful, something that makes you feel alive. And sometimes emptiness isn't your life telling you that you have everything wrong. It's your mind telling you, I need something more than this. Maybe you need a challenge. Maybe you need a creative outlet. Maybe you need new experiences. Maybe you need deeper relationships. Maybe you need a goal that actually matters to you, and sometimes you're consuming too much and experiencing too little. This is a big one. Think about how much entertainment is available to us. You can watch videos all day, scroll endlessly, listen to music constantly, play games, watch movies, check social media. There's always something happening. And because we're constantly consuming, we don't give ourselves much space to actually experience our own lives. You can spend 3 hours scrolling and somehow still feel bored. Because distraction isn't the same thing as fulfillment. You can entertain yourself without actually feeling fulfilled. Sometimes you don't need another video. You need to go outside, talk to someone, create something, learn something, experience something, actually live. Maybe you're comparing your life too much. You open social media and suddenly your normal life doesn't feel good enough. Someone is traveling, someone is in a relationship, someone is making money, someone looks incredible, someone seems to have an exciting life. And you're sitting there thinking, why doesn't my life feel like that? But remember, you're comparing your ordinary moments to someone else's carefully selected moments. You don't see their boring days, their anxiety, their arguments, their failures, their insecurities. You see the 5 seconds they decided were worth posting, and then you compare that to your entire life. Of course, your life feels boring. You're comparing reality to a highlight reel. Maybe you're disconnected from yourself. This happens more than people realize. You spend so much time trying to be what other people expect that you forget to ask yourself what you actually want. What do you enjoy? What are you curious about? What kind of person do you want to become? What makes you feel excited? What makes you feel peaceful? Sometimes we follow a path because everyone else is following it. Study this. Get that job. Make this much money. Look this way. Live this lifestyle. And eventually you achieve things that were supposed to make you happy, but they don't. Because they weren't really your goals. They were just expectations you accepted without questioning. Maybe you need something to look forward to. Think about the last time you were genuinely excited. Maybe you had a trip coming up, a birthday, a concert, a new game, meeting someone, starting something new. There was something ahead of you that made you think, I can't wait. That feeling matters. Having something to look forward to gives your days a sense of movement. So create something. Plan a trip, start a project, learn a skill, join a sport, save money for something you want, make plans with a friend. It doesn't have to be huge. You just need something that makes tomorrow feel a little more interesting. And maybe you need deeper connections. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. You can talk to people all day without having one real conversation. You can have hundreds of followers and still feel like nobody actually knows you. Sometimes what we're missing isn't more people, it's connection. Someone you can be honest with, someone you can laugh with, someone you can tell, I'm not doing great right now, without worrying about being judged. So if you've been feeling empty, reach out, call someone, talk to your family, message an old friend, make plans. And if you don't have someone right now, start putting yourself in places where genuine connections can happen. You don't have to find your best friend immediately. Start with one conversation. But here's something important. Don't expect happiness to be a permanent feeling. You are not supposed to feel excited every day. Some days are boring, some days are stressful, some days are peaceful, some days are sad. That's normal. The goal isn't to feel amazing every second. The goal is to have a life that feels meaningful enough to keep living fully. There will still be bad days, but underneath those bad days, you know what you're working toward. You know who you care about. You know what matters to you. So what should you do if you feel empty right now? Don't try to completely fix your life overnight. Start small. For the next few days, put your phone away for a little while. Go outside, get some sunlight, move your body, talk to someone, do something you've been putting off, try something new, write down what you've been feeling, and ask yourself one simple question: what is missing from my life right now? Maybe the answer is connection. Maybe it's purpose. Maybe it's excitement. Maybe it's rest. Maybe you've been pushing yourself too hard. Maybe you need a change. And if you can't figure it out immediately, that's okay. You don't have to have the answer today. Sometimes understanding yourself takes time. And please don't hate yourself for feeling this way. You don't need to feel guilty because your life is better than someone else's. Pain isn't a competition. You don't have to earn the right to feel something. If you're struggling, you're struggling. Your feelings deserve attention. And if this emptiness is persistent, getting worse, or making it hard to function, don't try to handle everything alone. Talking to someone you trust or a mental health professional can be a really good step. You don't have to wait until everything falls apart before asking for help. And maybe the reason you feel empty isn't because your life is terrible. Maybe it's because you've been living on autopilot for too long. Maybe you've been doing everything you're supposed to do, but not enough of what actually matters to you. So slow down. Look at your life. Ask yourself what you really want. Reconnect with people. Try something new. Create instead of only consuming. And give yourself permission to change direction. Because your life doesn't have to look perfect from the outside. It needs to feel meaningful to you. And if you're sitting there right now thinking, my life is fine, so why don't I feel fine? I want you to remember this. You're not ungrateful. You're not broken. You're not weird. You're human. And sometimes feeling empty isn't the end of something. It's a signal. A signal that something inside you is asking for attention. So listen to it. Slowly, honestly, without judging yourself. Because maybe you don't need a completely new life. Maybe you just need to start living your current life a little more intentionally.